Hi, I'm Kieran, and I'm an EV enthusiast, and I also work in the EV industry. How about we have a chat? I just attended Fully Charged Live in Sydney this weekend, and it has been amazing. It's been so exciting to be at a Fully Charged event. Fully Charged is a very large YouTube channel started by Robert Llewellyn, who is, some of you may know from a TV show. I just love that Fully Charged is now in Australia and that they did bring an event here. There's so much enthusiasm and so many people that are excited for EVs, and they're just going to take off and explode here like they have in other countries. It was such a big event. It was the first event, and yeah, sure, there was some people missing in terms of some exhibitions, etc. But overall, there was a lot of passion in the people that did attend and did show up, and some really awesome things. I thought I'd share them. So to start with, I guess the cars. There's quite a lot of really exciting EVs on show. MG had a stand and they unveiled the MG4. You can also check out on my channel, there's another video there showing the unveiling. It's a really exciting car. I think it's going to be a really impressive car for a lot of people because the price point is lower and it's going to attract a lot more people than the Teslas, which right now can be a little bit expensive for a lot of people. And I think as well, a lot of people are looking for a smaller sort of city car hatchback, and that's what it is. It also has some nice colours too. Some of the other cars there, the BYD had a stand too. They have their Atto 3, which is an SUV. It looks amazing. It's a great looking car. It's also priced pretty well, the BYD Atto 3. They also had some test drives of that as well. Polestar 2 being quite a major sponsor of the event, they were in a lot of the talks, but there was a lot of Polestar 2s around showing off. One of them had a trailer attached to it, so it's showing that it can tow, and it was very often talked about as they were a sponsor, and some of their people came up on stage and spoke about Polestar and that sort of thing. There was a lot of car companies that didn't actually participate in this event, which was kind of disappointing. Okay, some big names like Hyundai, who have some really amazing electric cars. Some small ones and ones that weren't that surprising that came, like Toyota and Subaru, and those sorts of things, which are part of all of that. But Honda and yeah, lots of car companies that didn't attend. But I guess it's also a first event, so the next time, I think that the other bit that's really exciting is that it is actually coming next year. So it's going to be really exciting. And I think that because of the success of this first event, a lot of the car companies are going to take attention and see this and go, wow, this is something we have to be at. We have to be here. We're getting in front of all these people. And it's going to be a lot more important. A lot is going to change in 1 year. And we're going to see some exciting new cars in that short time. So it was good to see a lot of the talks, a lot of really interesting conversations around different things in the EV space, like challenges specifically for Australia, like charging, and yeah, I really enjoyed a lot of the talks. I didn't get to see a lot of them. There was a lot of shows by some of the big charging companies. There was quite a big stand by EV. They sponsor the business section. So it looks like they're making some moves in the business space. There was also Ampol with their charge stations as well. Jet Chargers, like a manufacturer, was there, and quite a few other smaller charging stations as well. It misses my mind. I'm sure I'll put some short videos of a bunch of the chargers manufacturers that have been at this event. The other thing that I was really excited about, and I had a really long conversation, was there was some car conversions there. So they put in Tesla motors and batteries into old classic cars, and the Land Rover that was there was really exciting. This four-wheel drive with a Tesla motor in it, and it just, because it has so much torque, it's actually doing really amazingly compared to some of the other four-wheel drives. And so I sort of have a thing where I'd like to look into that. There's a lot of four-wheel drive owners that are really into their sort of really beefy diesel cars, and I think if you can show them how amazing an electric car is, I think a few of them will turn their heads and go, "Oh wow, like this electric is the future." So I think they're really tough people to convince, but if you show them, it's going to be yeah, it's going to be great. So maybe that's a side project for the future, is to convert a car. But yeah, uh, we'll see about that. It was really good. I also helped out with the Tesla Owners Club stand. They had all of the main models, the S, the X, the 3 and the Y were all there. There was a lot of people visiting the stand, even though Tesla didn't have an official capacity at the event. It was really good that, yeah, the Tesla Owner Club still showed and were advocating for the brand. I also, as a member, jumped in and did some volunteering. It was really good to talk to people. A lot of people had lots of questions about the cars and what it's like to drive, and a lot of sort of country people with worries about things like a spare tire. And it was quite easy to sort of talk to them about my experience with my mother, who's got a Model 3, and how the experience that they had in getting a spare tire and getting tires repair, that sort of thing. So yeah, it was good to sort of alleviate some of the concerns by some of the answers to the questions they have. I think, yeah, overall it was an amazing first event. Lots of people in attendance, lots of excitement, and I'm just a little bit exhausted now from the event. It was good to see a lot of YouTubers there. I got a few photos and a few snaps. Yeah, so can't wait for, I guess, to see how things are going to evolve over this year and being reporting on them and talking to you about all of these things. It's going to be really exciting. Yeah, super happy with where electric cars are going right now. It's at a critical turning point. Yeah, so stay tuned.